Hey guys, Orly here from your Women's Gear Review channel. Today we are reviewing the Tomtoc Navigator T66 Travel Laptop Backpack. In this review, we will go through the summary, we'll go through the features, we'll pack out this bag, see if we can get into it, we'll do a wee fit check, airline test, water test, and then run through some pros and cons. And of course, as always, if there is anything that we've missed that we'd like to know, then just pop us a comment below and be sure to get back to you. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced around $88 US. You get 9.06 by 13.39 by 20.47 in inches. It is a 40 litre adjustable from 38 to 40 and it is made from recycled materials. The colours that you can currently just get this in is the black. I would definitely say for that shape and style, it does have an urban travel aesthetic with a clean minimal front panel that you've got going on here. But it also gives a professional style as well. I definitely think with the minimal branding throughout the backpack, it is ideal for travel purposes. It does have that kind of boxy style when it is packed out, but also that flexibility for you to kind of pack it out to the max. Sorry, this is where I interrupt and just say, if you do happen to have a wee gander on the website of the products we are reviewing, then we would be so grateful if you could use our links below. This is no extra cost to you and it just helps us as a team and growing our channel. What's that? Oh, you would like me to introduce you to the team so you can see who you're helping out? No bother. Let's go. First up, we have our editor, Orla, our outreach manager, Orla. Oh, there is our script writer. She's shy. She's called Orla. Then we have this sexy lady for thumbnails. The main star of our reviews is the reviewer herself, Orla. And last but not least, the woman who does it all. Her name is kind of like Lorla, but it's Orla. So don't forget to click that first link to purchase your item. They do offer 2-year warranty. On their website, it is the US website. So if you're shipping from there, then grand. Maybe it might be best for UK and Europe customers to ship from Amazon. So you can check that out as well. And they do offer 30-day returns. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. Okay, so we have some branding here. And we've also got some on the hardware as well. It's quite minimal. So throughout, you'll just find like the wee T here, and nothing else really apart from that on the front. So starting off externally, let's let the air out so you can kind of see what it's like when it's not packed. It kind of folds down nicely so you can stow it away fairly easily. On the outside here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 compression straps going on. You've got the clickable close for these ones here. You don't have that on this side. So this allows you to open this up because of the main compartment. It kind of blocks off the zips a little, so creating a little bit of anti-theft. But also if you do have like a bigger water bottle, we're going to be packing this out so you'll be able to see, but you can secure that a bit better. Or if you had like a barbell pad or anything a bit thicker that you just wanted to place on this side, then you could go ahead and do that and secure it in a bit better. But they also work as compression straps, so if you wanted to kind of bring the bag completely down, then you could do that on both sides, so that you can kind of see it's how they can kind of compress in the bag. But obviously when you're packing that out and wanting to get the most of it, then you can bring these up and open them out. So that's your kind of external straps there. On this side, you're going to find your little water bottle compartment, a little bit of stretch here. It's a fairly small pocket. We're going to see again when we can pack this up and how a water bottle fits in there, but this is a 500 ml and that does fit already snug in there. You can kind of, as mentioned, wrap this around, secure it a bit better. In terms of like thickness and stuff, you do have a little bit more give for a bigger water bottle, but I think when it starts packing it out, you'll be able to see that a smaller water bottle is probably your best option. Closing this, and then on this side you've got the same pocket. So again, if you did have like an umbrella or even a tripod, you could fit that in there and secure it through the compression straps. As mentioned, these ones don't click off or anything, they're just sewn in there for that compression. So starting off with this swing the bag around side pocket here, you've got a little custom pillar that you can kind of hide and tuck away in there. If you can slightly see the difference in material here. Really easy clean material too. The zips on this backpack aren't coated, that is just something to note. Opening that up, it is a little bit of a dark hole. I would have preferred some bright interior in here, but this is just space. So that pocket runs here, right around so. That is your size of pocket. That's just easy to chuck some things in there. There is no organization in there. It's just an easy, clean kind of style pocket for a little bit of just what you kind of need on the go. If you go up here, then you will see your top grabbing handle. It's kind of cushioned, kind of sits like that, whether it is down or not. It's just always kind of up a little bit higher. Beside this pocket is going to be another kind of top grabbing pocket. You've got a little custom pillar here as well. You can kind of tuck that away. The flap kind of hides it from the rain as well. Let me show you. So this one beside the handle, just being careful of those other straps. If you just move them around, Orla, that would be helpful. So here, and then just space in there. That is your little top kind of grabbing pocket, but it is a bit more structured. There is a little bit more padding to this. So this helps create a shape to the bag so it doesn't completely fall into itself. It kind of molds out straight. Any bits that you need to grab on top, especially if you are putting this in the overhead locker and you just want to grab what you need snack wise or anything, then you can place them in there. So behind here is your entrance to the main compartment. You can of course kind of figure out how you want. You could come from the top and not open up fully. You would just have to dig around though. These are, again, little custom pillars on this. But for opening the rest of the bag, you are going to have to unclip these. Like that. Have that whirled like this. And then you open this up. It kind of reminds me of like a little gym bag. It might work out well for you. If you open this, then gives you a little bit more structure to the bag and the backpack itself, giving you a bit of a flatter bottom, opening up. So although it's not bright on the inside, you still get plenty of light in there and plenty of room and space for you to kind of pack this up how you want. If you did want to take this for travel, it is perfect for that with this little opening, but also for a gym bag too, if you fancied that as well and you were using it for work. A little bit of combination, it kind of works wonders for all ways. So if you didn't want that flat, then you have a little bit of flexibility. As mentioned, it's so much easier to kind of pack it away when you are at your destination or where you need to kind of throw it under the bed. Then you can do that. No pockets or organization in here. No pocket here. Sometimes you'll find one, which is quite handy because then you get the space of this pocket rather than eating into this size. But just be aware that you are compressing that down. So that is just the space in there. Closing this. Guess what? We have our first ad on the channel. Yes. And you know me, I had to be creative with it and jazz it up a little. So roll the footage. Do you love to travel often? Then don't let these things ruin your trip. Introducing Safety Wing, the travel insurance for nomads and remote workers. Whether you need essential protection on a budget or want complete peace of mind, Safety Wing covers the unpredictable. The Nomad Insurance Essentials Plan is your go-to for short-term travel, from trip protection, emergency medical, and even dental. Or upgrade to complete cover to have everything you get from the Essentials Plan, but with even more support. With cover in over 195 countries, Safety Wing offers travel insurance that actually covers you and your gear. Don't forget to use our link in the description to book your insurance. Going into this back pocket, which has lockable zips on there, so handy enough. If you just pull these around, this is where you get a little bit of organization. This is going to open you up into that compartment as well, so you've got kind of like a two-way into the main compartment. I never really opt to use that, to be honest. Little loophole here, a little pocket. Sometimes I try to fit my laptop charger in there, but sometimes it can be harder to close. Sometimes I just prefer to be up at the very top, but you can fit what you need in there if you have like hard drive and things like that. The mesh itself is quite durable actually for the price point and everything. It doesn't feel like it's one of those ones that it's gonna rip easily. Easy clean kind of style material here for that side, and then you move on to your laptop compartment. So this opens up fully, really easy for TSA and grabbing what you need out the back. Has a nice little false bottom here. This is your strap, which is really well sticked down, I have to say. Really well padded on both. More padding on the laptop compartment. This is another wee tech compartment, and then your laptop compartment here. They're just little dark holes there, so I'm gonna give you measurements. About 14.5 that runs up to. Across, the absolute cutoff point is 10, so we go slightly under probably, just because. No, 10 is actually your best bet there, 10 inches. Then this back pocket runs right up to 18, is 12.5, 12 inch, which would fit nicely in there. It's 14 by 9.5, shove that in there. Still plenty of space for bigger laptops as well. So removing these. So going on to the back system here, you do have a side handle if you need to pull this from the seat and underneath you or from the overhead locker. Just helps you maneuver a bit better. Just a little bit of cushion on that. Then the straps themselves are really well padded. This padding is absolutely stunning. The same padding runs right onto the back system as well. I'll get into that in a second. You've got these adjustable straps with a little thumb puller. On the strap on this side you have a little loophole, and then you do have a rotational sternum strap on here that also is a clickable close, and it has a little dangle stopper here. Opening this up, the pattern runs right up to the top here, if you can see, and then that gorgeous pattern is here on the back, and it kind of prompts a little bit of your posture here because it's kind of leveled on the back here, if you can see. And then you do have a luggage pass through, so fairly simple for that back system. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pack her on up. Let's start off with this main compartment. Opening this, one top, jumper, this pair of jeans, leggings, socks, makeup, everything I kind of need in there. I'm gonna give you a measurement of that because it might be useful to know the size and how that's getting in there. 12 by 9 by about 3.5. Size 6 shoes, my Tomtoc chest bag, 1.5 litre, the T33. I'm gonna take an extra jumper. Close this. Power bank and cable. My purse, my phone, and here, this top pocket. I'm gonna put my passport, my AirPods in there. 12 inch, 14 by 9.5 inch Acer laptop charger. 500ml fits snug here. Then last but not least, on this side, I'm gonna place through my umbrella. So let's give you a weight of all that. About 8 kg. Dang, hefty. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and see how this feels on the female body. Okay, so this is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". Few things. Absolutely love the mesh and the freaking padding on the back. It's absolutely stunning. It's not like crusty, kind of wrinkly mesh. It's really nice and soft. So if that is on your bare skin, then it's lovely. The straps as well, whilst they are really thick, they're not uncomfortable, especially if you do have like a jacket on. I would have to say maybe in hotter weather, because it is a darker bag, you might trap heat a little bit more in there. So just over long periods of time, just being careful of that. But the straps wise, in terms of like comfort, like the comfortability and the padding and all, this is absolutely lovely. They are rather thick, but other than that, we still do get a nice fit. I know some people might, for a 40 litre, want a waist belt or a hip belt, especially if you are carrying a bag over long periods of time. I'm kind of unsure with this one because I find like I am getting a good fit with this, but I would, you know, wonder over long periods if you were kind of walking for long hours with this, would this feel a little bit more like you needed a bit more support here on the sides. But other than that, it is fine. The one thing I will say is that we could do with a wee bit more material here for the sternum strap, because if this is the limit for me in my area, then I know for people of bigger boobs will find this a little bit suffocating. So just a little bit more material here. Yeah. For the price and all. You're really sucking diesel now. So for a wee airline test, this is the replica of EasyJet that we've got on behind me. You want to know, will it fit as a carry-on? I will definitely say for a carry-on purposes, because of that flexibility, you should be absolutely grand. If you are maxing out the front pockets a bit more, then it might take a little bit more of a wiggle room, or just kind of remove what you got in there until you pass the oil test. For a water test, the water does just bounce off this, but the zips aren't coated, but they're kind of well protected in some areas from the kind of flaps and things like that. But just being aware that the back pocket is a bit more exposed, so in a complete downfall, you might want to run and get shelter. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pro number one is that it is spacious and well organized. It's simple and to the point, and you've got those moments such as your side compartments, your top kind of grab and pocket, and your external features that you need for a travel backpack. I will say that it is valued fairly. It obviously has moments that I would like a bit more of, such as coated zips, brighter interior. I would also love a little bit more anti-theft. Whilst we've got a lockable zip here going on the back, I would have loved maybe a little secret pocket down at the back here, and maybe a little bit more thoughtfulness put into the straps. Whilst they are well padded and everything, they're just a little bit too thick for me. I would definitely consider this if you do want a structured kind of suitcase style travel backpack on a budget. If you're someone who wants something for longer periods of time, having it on your back for a long period, then I would opt for something else. I've done plenty of reviews over on the channel for you to check out. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the channel and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee gander over on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any of the other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use our links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.